Hey guys, Coach Life here again. You remember at the end of the last episode we had some heat issues down here, so I just slapped in some Weezewarts to try and temporarily fix the problem. We're going to come up with a proper solution for that today. We're still coring out over here. This is looking like quite a good possibility for our forest, and I've made one change to our cooling system, and I think you'll like this. You'll see now they're all sitting at around minus 20, minus 30 degrees. So what did I do? Well, quite simply, I drained all the petroleum out and I refilled it with supercoolant. And that has a ridiculous amount of spare capacity in it. So we are going to use that as part of our cooling solution for the rest of the base. I've built a heat exchanger here, and that heat exchanger is going to have a pipe going through it to cool petroleum. Petroleum is going to go down to the rest of the base. It's going to circulate around the base. It's going to be on a thermostat, so we'll have individual zones, all thermostatically controlled. Whichever zone needs cooling, we'll open a shut-off valve, cool that area until it's cool enough, and then shut it off and feed the petroleum back into the loop. So yeah, pretty ambitious I think, but should work. Our hydrogen's now evaporated, and that is getting sent up to the top. And I've just run some liquid bridges and a bit of ceramic and quite a lot of igneous piping to allow us to use liquid oxygen in this rocket, which has been expanded by one stage. Yeah, I realised that with 4 research modules it's going to need 2 trips to every planet to complete the research, and yeah, that's a no-go. That's just, now we're out to the further planets, way too long. So yeah, whacked in another research module, new command capsule, and they're just finishing off the rest of that. So I'm going to film this video in 2 stages today. The first one being before I go to work, and I'll finish it off after I go to work. So let's get moving, yeah? I'm pretty pleased with the changes I've made, and hopefully with all this lot being cored out, we'll find some more useful resources we can use. Got another geyser here. I'm going to nip across to that and see what it is. Hopefully something other than carbon dioxide and chlorine, which seems to be the 2 main geysers I seem to find these days. Got another neural vacillator here, that'll come in handy. And so much iron, really so much iron. Of course that doesn't make up for the lack of clay. Oh, another water vent, that's going to come in handy. We'll probably drop that down into here. Yeah. So I think carbon dioxide wise, I think I'm going to pump everything down here. It's a nice toasty temperature down here, be a perfect place for our slickster farms. So I don't usually use slicksters, but if I'm going with ethanol and the amount of carbon dioxide that produces, you've got 2 choices, well 3 choices really: pump it into space, destroy it, or feed it to slicksters. So why not feed it to slicksters? We've only got 3 oil reservoirs on this level, so might as well just make use of the extra oil production, albeit it won't be very much. Of course, we're going to be producing lots of polluted dirt. That gets us into poke shell ranching. What I do with that is I run a ranch with about 8 poke shells producing eggs, and then all the rest are just starvation farmed. So as soon as they snuff it, they're just a source of lime. So yeah, I'm thinking if we can get the forest up here, ethanol production, poke shell ranch, and then pump all the carbon dioxide down here for slicksters. Which, forget, of course, slicksters will give us an extra source of meat as well. Obviously I am going to be using the natural tiles mod to build this farm. I've played around on my Verdante map just to see how feasible it is, and it looks good. Yeah, I think we can do that. I haven't found out what this geyser is yet, so we just need to dig one more tile out there, which they can't reach, so we'll give them just a little bit of a ladder there. That should help them get into there. As you see, we've still got lots of poke shells around on the map, so poke shell farming should be easy to get started. Yeah, good stuff. And we've got this anti-entropy thermo nullifier which we can use to get some sleet wheat going in the top section. How are we doing with this then? Right, that's okay. So Cream, you can go back in there. Hopefully they'll put an Atmo suit in there fairly shortly. And let's check a destination out. Where are we up to? Ice Planet, done that. It's got 2 more carbon asteroids. These ones need to be analysed, so we'll get those going. So we'll send them off to the first carbon asteroid, which is 40,000. And I need to just check on the assistant for... So if we're going with petroleum, liquid oxygen, 40,000 with 5 research modules, that's 813 kilos of fuel and oxygen. Now, one thing I've noticed about Omni Assistant is it seems to be getting this wrong quite a lot of the time. So I'm going to put 1813 in there to start off with, just to see how that pans out. Oh, save game. There we go, 813, and this one can be set to 813. My guess is it's going to say insufficient fuel for the distance, but we will see. So, great thing about using liquid is it fills so quickly with no dupe labour. Starting to get a few space artifacts here, probably need to sort a cooling solution for those as well. Right, aluminium tiles. Can we get another row in there? No, we can't. So let's just replace these with mesh tiles. Oh no, don't want steel mesh tiles. That's base mesh tiles, iron ore. Just replace those with iron ore. As soon as they've done that, then we'll demolish that, build another row for the heat exchanger, run the piping down there, and then we'll seal it all in with insulated tiles. And pray we don't break a pipe. Now, what I've done is the aquatuners are only heating this, cooling this to minus 48, which is above the freezing temperature of petroleum. It's more than adequate to keep this lot cool, because the thermal capacity, specific heat capacity of the supercoolant is just insane. So it just sucks up the heat, and look, you know, it's not even running. It's that cold. So that should help us immensely. Right, deconstruct buildings. Priority 9. There we go. And then we can put another layer of aluminium tiles in. A layer of radiant liquid pipe, and we're going to use aluminium for this because it is the best. Right, is that looped? I don't think that loop's completely full of supercoolant yet. No, it isn't. So we still need a bit more going in there, but as they make it, that will go in there. Petroleum-wise, might need to just tweak the routing of that pipe, just so that I can get this one down. I have to think about that. I'm not sure quite how I'm going to do that. So, yeah, this is all getting pumped out now. That's fantastic. Merged into our existing supply, but there is 110 kilos in there, so quite a lot. And it's all at minus 225, so that's going to chill down really quickly in here. Great, and all our solid hydrogen has now evaporated again. Right, piping for the base. Let's have a think here. Because we've got to get the thermostats in, haven't we? So, if we put some thermosensors and shut-offs here, I think that's probably going to be the best port of call. How we do now? Do we need that? Might need to juggle around some power supplies. Oh, so this one is feeding here. Potential load of 4080, but it's because of all these atmosuit docks. They use power very rarely, so it's unlikely to cause a problem. You see it sitting at 960 watts. So we can keep that on one loop. We don't need a thermostat on this level, so I think we're going to move this large power transformer, and we're going to move it down to here. Power, heavy watt conductive, and then conductive wire, which needs to go. Oh, long overdue tidying this up, aren't I? Right, so it's got to go onto this loop. Let's get that one done. Right, automation. Thermosensor. So we need thermosensor here, and a thermosensor here, and a thermosensor here. So all of the main dupe areas will be thermostatically controlled. So plumbing wise, we need liquid shutoffs. And we'll bring the feeder pipe from the side. We will have a liquid reservoir there, and yeah, we'll just whack it in the back of the pit farm, that'll be fine. Can deconstruct those. No, leave them there, it's fine. Ooh, do I see aluminium? I do. So how much aluminium have we got at the moment? Or aluminum, as you Americans say. Plumbing. Now, do we go for fast cooling, or do we... Yeah, let's do that. So we'll have one run of aluminium radiant pipe. That will feed onto the return line. Return line can just be regular granite piping. We want a feeder from the tanks that will be holding the cooled petroleum. and we'll run insulated pipe to the tanks. No, don't run it through there. Right. Insulated return line. Probably going to have to juggle some of this plumbing. Because I've got a few too many pipes going through here now. Yeah, definitely a few too many pipes. So we'll run this one up here. Oh, blooming neutronium. Right, okay. We'll just have to... no, cancel that. Cancel that. So we need to get the bridges on here. Let me work out the bridges. Is that the return line? Yes, it is. Right, so bridge, 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 bridge. Bridge. Right, so that should do that. On a bridge downwards for the feeder line. Deconstruct that, we don't need that section. How's our power doing? Right, that's all in, so we can deconstruct some of this now. Which bits can we deconstruct? Deconstruct that line. Can deconstruct. Check this. This one was doing that, and that. Yep. I'm going to leave that last power transform there just in case I want to use it again. Blueprints. What are we up to now? So we've got 24. We've got space food-wise for 30 dupes. Nope. Definite no, no. Nope. Yokel can't do researching. Excavation science, gourmet and uncultured. Pretty mediocre, but yeah. Come on, Harold. Schedule. Harold, you're on that. Priorities now fine. Skills. Harold, you can have improved carrying. Max, you can have another point. You can just be gophers for now. Always need gophers. Right, I'm going to replace this storage bin with an automated one because we're getting way too much. Let's just ventilation. Right, just going to cut these oxalite refineries off for a second, rebuild this, deconstruct priority 9, and we'll put in automation, not gate. Ooh, that's going to be tough. Yeah, I might need to reroute that. Yeah, almost certainly we'll need to reroute that. So automation. Why do we use iron? That's fine. So we will just run that under the floor, I think. Deconstruct that. And we'll run automation wire from here. That will go straight up, so cancel the deconstruct on that. Separate those, and then that one will go to the smart bin. Fantastic. I haven't built it through any neutronium this time. Right. So I'm thinking above 30 would be fine. That will send some cold. I'd love to do an air conditioning system, you know, like central air with the what are they called? Thermoregulators. That'd be quite fun, I think. Might have to do that sometime. Right. Deconstruct. Deconstruct. We can put our statues back in there now, so it's getting a bit cooler. What are we down to? Yeah, that's a much more satisfactory temperature. So we can dig up the Weezeworts now. I don't think we need to keep cooling them down. Oh, deconstruct. 7. Great stuff. So more than happy with those bedrooms. That's a decent change. I might relocate the bathrooms up here. Not sure yet. Haven't decided. And I want to start putting in some decent recreation rooms. So maybe down here. Not quite sure yet. How are we doing temperature wise in here? We had a little bit of overheating going on in here. It seems to be alright now. Again, you know, petroleum's quite good on this, and the polluted water's quite good on this, but I think I may need to just add another aqua tuner. I think we've got so much refinement going on. The heat generation is just staggering, and of course we're really relying on these generators for a lot of our power. No gas. Well, we can certainly deal with that. Ventilation. One thing we are not short of is natural gas. We've got only 9 kilos in there. I thought we had more than that. It must be leaking out there past this stupid scalding. Who's getting scalded? It's 163 kilos per tile in there. Got no power wire connected to that one. Easy fix. Tell us. Oh, it's in there, isn't it? Oh, never mind. Nothing like a nice bit of melted brie. It's quite nice with some red currant jelly. How have we got in here? 27.8. Right, I think it's because I put this tile in the wrong place. So I'm going to move that to there. And then we perhaps won't get so much gas leaking out of here. We'll deal with that soon. This just seems to have now pumped out most of the water. We've got a little bit of petroleum in here, a little bit at the top there, so I'll just drop another liquid pump in there just to level this out a bit. Plumbing. It's all temporary, just for tidying. And power wires. Fire up the oil well again, I think. Yeah, see this lock works fine. It's because it's one tile over. So I think that's the mistake I made here. Is I left too big a gap so that it keeps breaking this gas seal. Never mind. How are we doing with that ventilation pipe? Yeah, that's all good. Fantastic. Right, so need a small reservoir of petroleum. That's good. And plumbing wise. Right, so if I route that petroleum around the bottom here, that might help us kill two birds with one stone. If we keep it clear of a lot of the other piping. Oh, I hate when it gets laggy. Your mouse clicks never work properly and we'll just fill that with petroleum. We will disconnect that pipe and then we can route all this around later. Right, that's me going to cut here and go and head to work. Hope you're having a great day. Obviously I will be finishing off this episode later, so we'll be back in with the cut and it'll be all seamless for you. So back in a few moments. So I wonder if they've got this dugout down here yet. Let's have a look. Ooh. Ooh, that couldn't be more perfect. Right, that's infectious rather than hot, so it's a bit cooler, but it's full of slime lung. I don't care. They're in Atmo suits. Let's get that dug out. And we shall make ourselves a little production facility. Oh, that's a bit low, so we'll go one more. Make a little production facility for clay, which is exactly what we need. Right, so that should be perfect. Let's give that a bit of priority. Cool. And they're still working on this, getting all the wallpaper in. It's looking good. Decor wise, they should be well sorted soon. Right. dropped a load of water down here, do we? Not yet. Let's drop this down there as well. Right, could use some proper storage for natural gas now, couldn't we? We've got so much coming in. Still doing carbon dioxide. Could do one above it. Trouble is the automation isn't there, is it? Yeah. So I'd have to release all that carbon dioxide to get... No, I wouldn't. No, I wouldn't. I can get clever here. Right, that could just build up. Let's move this ethanol down a bit. Ladder. Dig that out. Let's drop that down. That will flow in. We can build another one straight on top of it. Started ventilation wise, we need a few of these in there. Ooh. Why is that gas pipe empty? Solve that problem. And get a gas pipe on that as well. Main feed. Should probably get one for this one as well. Whilst they're already pump at the moment, once they've got a good reservoir, once they've got a good reservoir, they won't be all pumping at the same time, because most of it will be in storage. So that will work. Come on, get this dug. Priority 9, please, dupes. Right, let's get this done. Ooh, printing pod. What are we up to now? 25 dupes. So we can take... How many? Not on the schedule. We can definitely take one more, that's for sure. Let's have a look. Small bone needles, bottom of the stomach. husbandry, construction, increased strength and grease monkey. Balloon artist. Yep. Stinky. Oh, no, I don't want to do that. Go away. I'm not using duplicate settings generation manager for this. Gorgonzola. That's about as stinky a cheese as you get. Or an overripe camembert. Right. Someone can do an analysis on that for me. Right. How are we doing? Got this one done yet? Oh, I've lost a bit of ethanol. Never mind. Mop it, dupes. Come on, boys, get on with it. Schedule. I need to put stinky on that one, don't I? Yep, there we go. I need to deal with his skill points as well. Gorgonzola, carrying. Max, you can have your exosuit now. That will speed you up a little bit around the base. Joe, Nisbet. Nope, you're all okay for the time being. When you've got more specialists, you don't need to worry so much about multi-skilling with the dupes, so the result of that is they're more often happy than not, which lets them use their sparkle streaking and sticker bombing and all the other bonuses they get from being extremely happy. Only slight problem. No, it's not ready. We can sort that out now. Pop that up. Put that there. That there. That there. Do that. Just going to need to put a couple of gas pumps here, so I'll just need to move that along slightly. To rebuild these doors, then build these doors, put the pumps in here, and that should get us where we need to be. But of course it's all back on priority 5, come on, get it done quickly. Oh, look, poor Gorgonzola, Mr. Slow-Mo. Put that one in. In fact, we can put that one and that one in. Well, we can put both in if we do that. Because that one's going to lock otherwise. Yeah, I'm running very low on steel. What's going on? Probably haven't got any lime, have we? No eggshells either. You'd think with all these critters I'd have eggshells galore, wouldn't you? Oh, what's going on there? Why is that broken? We're not cool enough in here. Ooh, we're getting a bit toasty, aren't we? I did say it was getting a bit warm up here, didn't I? I massively overfilled it with petroleum, haven't I? Duh. Pump some out. It's coming through. It's only coming through at 56. Yeah, it's definitely not running cool enough anymore, is it? Pause some of this. Yeah, we've got 31 tons, so we can let that pause for a little while. This is just waiting on lime. Waiting coolant. It's all okay, I don't. We've got a lot of gas pressure up there now. What to do? What to do? More pumps? I suppose so. Yes, we need to get this back up and running, don't we, really? Right. Copy. 9. Harold. Yeah. It's taking a long while to get some skill points. Right, ventilation. Yes, we have a spare input. So if we put for the other pipes. We need to put some gas bridges in. Problem, let's snip that. And right, spare capacity anywhere. Yeah, I think we can use that one. So get some more of that CO2 pumped out of there. Right, 2 more doors. 1, 2. Power wire, power wire. That one's coming off that. Go on that one. Right, what we're going to do is we're going to take that one off that one. We'll disconnect that. Deconstruct it. And then we'll just use this to provide power for these. That will do nicely. I dodged the doors to get that built now. God. We all know that one person at work who, as soon as the dinner bell goes or end of shift, they're out the door like a shot. Let's get that cleared out. That gives me plenty of reserve. I could put in 4 full pipes of gas there now if I want to. So take gas from here, take gas from down here, 3 inputs here. If a natural gas geyser turns up, we can feed off of that. So that can all go into infinite storage now. Right, so just reconnect that last automation wire. And we are ready to go. Pipe blocked. Did I miss a bridge somewhere? No, I just put the bridge on the wrong way round. How many times have you done that? Be honest. There we go. That. And that will take twice as much CO2 out of there now. Duplicate. No, take plastic. Yes, I know you hate me taking care packages, Mr. Youngblood. Next game I'll play with no care packages, and I'll play on some difficult settings if you like. Doesn't bother me one jot. If that's what you want to see, I shall give it a go. Right, oxygen. One of the most useful buildings in the game, the deodorizer. That gets you your clay. Right, dormant, active. Oh, 45.9 cycles. I need a rush then. Right, you can go priority 9. Right, so I need to do something with all this chlorine, don't I, if we're going to put a forest over here. How many pips we got at the moment? They're all glum. Why are you all glum? You're not getting groomed. Oh, you're probably not, because you're all hanging out over here, aren't you? And you've made a hole in the floor. Did you want to go in there for a massage? That's me running a pipe down there, isn't it? It's done that. Then Mum will wrangle you up in a minute, once that tile's built. It's getting a bit cool down there. Right. So, chlorine. What should we do? Pump it out into space? Might as well, mightn't we? Got this chlorine vent, so it's not like we need it. Just thinking. Where's our power supplies at the moment? They're all down here, aren't they? So fancy putting in a Tony advanced power supply. What's this? So we need to take the power feed off the heavy watt. What have we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 15 kilowatts. Plus those 3. Which are another watts? They are 600 or 800 watts each. 800 watts each. So that takes us up to nearly 18 kilowatts. So we'd need 9 power transformers to transmit that. How many we got room for here? 1, 2, 3. Yeah, we could do it there. That would work. Then we can get rid of big chunks of this heavy watt wire. So yeah, the principle behind the Tony Advanced, if you haven't seen his videos, is that you can use just regular wire, this wire, to move as much power as you like around your base. And the way that you do it is you use batteries, because batteries aren't classed as a consumer. And so what you do is... Why is that breaking? What's going on there? Sorry, just bear with me a second. Cold damage on this. 400, that's not going to be enough, is it? That's 3, 4, 5. Let's try to replace that with a bit of ceramic so it stops breaking it all the time. So it should be going down here and getting cooled down. A bit annoying. Right, so yeah, he uses... you put your heavy watt wire into transformers, and then you connect all your transformers to your low grade wire. Oh, there's a bloody shove hole there. I just saw him. And he's entombed my desalinator. Where's he got out of then? He hasn't gone through. It's just... It's probably someone who's dropped an egg or something and he's hatched out outside. Yeah, there you are. Right, so that's blocked up all my water supply, hasn't it? Come on. Come on, get that dug out. You're going to vomit up. Come on. Can we get him dropped off in here? What have we got in here? 4 of 6. Yep. Should drop him off in there, please. Korea's going to take him. Oh, look, there's another one there. They're everywhere. Little buggers, they'll always make a break for it. It's going to mess up my base. He just went down the transit tube, didn't he? Oh no, he's got wrangled. That's what it is. Come on, bag him up and deliver him. That's it. No more free roaming for him. Oh, where have you taken him then? Oh, please tell me I didn't... He isn't enabled on my critter kill room. Oh no, he's not. Where the hell did they take him then? Did they drop him off? I bet they've abandoned the job halfway through and not... No? Is he there? Is that him? Ah, there he is. Fantastic. Any more? Good. Right. Shovels. Nightmare. Good food though. There is no better sauce of barbecue. How many are we up to now? 56 of 20. Yeah. Right. I bet that was messing with our oxygen supply, wasn't it? Or was it? Right, I'm going to get rid of that now. Send all that oxygen down here. Get it into our Atmo suits. because it's getting a little sporadic there at the moment. Put a bridge on there to make sure that goes that way. That should do. There we go, that should get... Come on, game. It's getting very slow saving at the moment. Right, that should give us a constant full pipe into those Atmo suits now. Oh, someone's just had a frost burger. Right, don't know where the lettuce from. There can't be too much of that around at the moment. I've just set up a waterweed farm on my other base, so I'll be doing that on here later. Got plenty of sleep wheat at the moment, so right. Where next? I think we might have to call it a pause there, I think, because that's over an hour long, and yeah, that's probably a bit much. We need to get this heat exchanger sorted, so I guess that's going to be for the next episode. Where was this one going? Carbon asteroid. We've already done that one, so why is it saying this one's 813? 70 kilos. Oh, we diverted the petroleum supply temporarily, didn't we? I think. Yes. Yes, that will be why. No. It'll be because the pipe broke. There we go. Yeah, the petroleum, and so exhaust temperature wise on the rockets, you've got the steam one gives the lowest temperature, then you've got petroleum and oxalate, then petroleum and liquid oxygen, and then hydrogen and liquid oxygen. They gradually go up in heat, so a lot of the time you only really notice problems with your piping and stuff like that once it starts breaking as you start upgrading to the better fuels. So be prepared for that. If you're building rockets, you do need to keep an eye on your automation, all your fuel pipes. I mean, really, I always build this out of ceramic, but we just haven't had the clay on this. With no slime biomes, it's been a nightmare. So hopefully now this will give us a good increase in clay. It's going to be 93 cycles of puffing out polluted oxygen. So fingers crossed that's going to work for us. We'll get all this chlorine pumped out, and we'll start getting our natural farms tomorrow. So that's for the next episode. Hope you've enjoyed the episode in its entirety. Have a great day, and I'll see you tomorrow.